Look, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy,
All right, you guys, so next story up. I'm gonna have to, I'll just keep on talking until it's time for my appointment. Also, you guys, I'm gonna try to put pictures in on this, but I don't even know because this video feels like it's gonna be long and I don't have the memory to make it happen. My external drive is just about full, and so is my laptop. I clear everything off and then it still be too full, so we'll see. It's the end of the month, y'all. I can't be fucking with this video too long, so if I can't get them pictures to act right this week, they gonna be back next week. Baby, I got to get my video up so I can get my money, okay? So y'all just be patient. Rocky is still trying to up her game, y'all. I'm trying. It's gonna take a few things that I need to do on my end first. Now, next story. Jonathan Majors. Womp, 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 womp. I haven't had to do the Price is Right let down music in a long time, but when I tell you this story was such a letdown in so many ways, I know something. But I guess it came out Sunday or Monday, earlier in the week, that Jonathan Majors had been arrested because he assaulted some woman. And I was just like, okay, let's wait for more of the story to come out. Then we found out that the woman that he assaulted allegedly was a girlfriend. Now, y'all know I've been black for 52 years. And, you know, whenever things like this happen and we ain't too sure about the celebrity, we must ask the question. Actually, the question doesn't matter. But you know, that was the first thing. I was just like, Lord, what is she? Okay. Again, it doesn't matter. Because if you strangling and assaulting and slapping and doing all of this to a woman, it don't matter what race they are. But I'm telling you, that was the first question I had. You know, I'm just being real with you. And of course, a lot of people told me, yeah, Roxanne, yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I was just like, I'm not even going to get into that because there's so much more that can be said about that. Both pros and cons of that statement. I'm going to leave it alone for now. It doesn't really matter, you guys. But so the story comes like this. Apparently, he and his girlfriend were in a taxi or an Uber, and they were riding home from a Brooklyn bar that they had been to. So I'm assuming they had probably been drinking. And in the car, Jonathan looks at his phone and some woman is texting him. Girlfriend, we haven't released the name, the pictures, or nothing. We don't know yet. But the girlfriend apparently saw the messages coming through, asked him about it, and also wanted to take his phone so she could read the messages herself. Okay, now we already know that ain't really the best thing to do is go grabbing for folks' phones. Okay, and apparently Jonathan's reflex was to slap her. And not only did he slap her, they said it was a laceration behind her ear. So that was it probably was sort of like a get off of me kind of thing. But then they said that he kind of like got on top of her and strangled her. And I was just like, now what the fuck is going on? What is we going through when we doing shit like this? Okay? If it is indeed true, something is fucking wrong with him. Okay? Because no. And then if you don't think about your career and you being pretty much the it guy, you are the man of the hour. Everybody wants Jonathan Majors in they damn movies. He's about to do this biopic about Dennis Rodman that I was looking forward to. Loved him in Creed 3, you know, loved him on the TV show that he was on with Journey Smollett. And like, we've seen the work that he's done. I've admired the work that I've enjoyed the stuff. But I mean, if you're doing shit like this, then you don't need to have none of that. He had this huge Army campaign. He was doing ads for the Army. They already had released 2 of the commercials. And of course, when this came out, snatched them commercials right on up. The Army was like, we are very concerned about these allegations, and we ain't gonna run another motherfucking thing until we find out if he really did do this. Okay, so pending the investigation, we'll let you know if you're gonna see these damn commercials anymore. But they said that that was like some huge ass ad campaign he made a lot of money from. They put the hold on that, and I don't know what's going to happen with the Marvel movie that he was supposed to be in. I mean, a lot of stuff, you know? And so that's why it makes you wonder, did this really happen? Because who would be stupid enough to fuck up their future like this? All right? Who would do it? But do we really have to ask that question? People have egos. People get away with stuff for so long because of how, you know, where they are in their lives, that they start to believe they can do anything, you know? And is that a case here? The Twitter streets, not the black Twitter streets, but the other Twitter streets were talking and saying that apparently the people in New York been knowing this about Jonathan Majors, that he's a menace and that he's a sociopath. And even at Yale, where he went, you know, everybody knew that he was like this and beating up on people and crazy. And they are actually just surprised that it took this long to come out. And I was just like, oh, please don't tell me that's true. Well, somebody that has that kind of talent, why are you fucking around doing shit like this, you know? So all of that had then came out. His lawyer, her name, or I think it's a her, his name is Priya Chaudhary. Priya said, hey, in Jonathan's defense, he is completely innocent. None of this happened. That the girlfriend was having an emotional break at the time, that the girlfriend recanted her statements, and that, yeah, we gonna get this all cleared up. Jonathan is innocent. He hasn't done anything. He's the one that called 911, you know, after they dropped off the girl somewhere, and he spent the night somewhere else. I'm assuming they lived together, so they didn't spend that night together. And so, yeah, the lawyer's like, hey, I know what the damn blogs and the news and the media, everybody is saying, but that ain't really what happened, okay? The police was like, we don't give a damn what you say. We still fixing to charge him. So let me read the charges to him. He has 3 counts of assault in the 3rd degree, aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree, 3 counts of attempted assault in the 3rd degree, and a harassment in the 2nd degree. Okay, and like I said, strangulation, assault, and harassment. This is just one of them stories where you just shake your head and be like, boy, if this shit is true, you done fucked up your whole thing. Okay, and then in that same vein, if it's not true, you know, he needs to be exonerated. He needs to be seen as, but you know, these kind of things are still like a blemish, because it's always somebody that don't believe that you innocent. Okay, and I already told you, them Twitter streets is talking and saying that Jonathan Majors got it honest. But you know, people be on social media making up shit all the time. But I'm just trying to give you guys both sides of knowing what's happening. I don't know if the shit is true or not. It hurt my heart though, because I was just like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, we just finally, you know, came around to his face and accepted him and all of this. And then, you know, so yeah, I don't know what to make of it. I know one thing though, that Michael B. Jordan is gonna stay his ass far, far, far away from Jonathan Majors, at least for now. Okay, that nigga is kryptonite at this point, because Michael B. Jordan has a very distinct and clear plan for his life, and it don't include supporting the motherfucker that's out there beating bitches' asses. Okay, it don't include that. So yeah, I know Michael B. Jordan is about to, that we've been seeing them two together so much that I was just like, are y'all a couple? I don't know what to make of it, you guys, but that shit is, that's bad news. That is bad news. I don't know if the girl actually recanted her statement or if the lawyer just expects her to do that. But the story has ran off so fast that her recanting ain't even gonna make no difference now. Now we just got to get to the investigation. But supposedly they got video, they got witnesses, they got the taxi driver, who all supposedly, according to the lawyer, is supporting Jonathan's story and saying that he didn't do anything. So, and you know, I don't have to tell you guys that this can very much be one of those just trying to control the narrative and getting, you know, not making everybody think that he's just this person out there just going off on people. And, you know, so that's why I say you have to take these things with a grain of salt. You just have to watch the story, see what the investigation turns up, and go from there. But boy, that just don't make no damn sense, do it? When we know more, I will let you know.
Streets that taught me, but we're too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy.
All right, you guys, next story up. This is, all right, you guys, next story up. So what do they say? Tuesdays is for divorce. It seems like that's when the announcements of celebrity divorces come out. And, well, this past Tuesday is no different. We found out that Eva Marcille Pigford has filed for divorce from her husband, Michael Sterling, after 5 years of marriage. She filed it with the Fulton County Superior Court here in Atlanta, and she says that the marriage is irretrievably broken, irreconcilable differences, no hope for them to get back together, and it's a wrap on that. All right. Now, we first met Michael Sterling when Eva was a housewife on Real Housewives of Atlanta. That was also during the time when he was running for mayor. He did not win, but he was running for mayor here. He's a lawyer, a well-known lawyer here in Atlanta. And yeah, they were building their family. They ended up marrying on the show. We saw the wedding there. And we did not see this one coming, okay? We saw Cynthia's coming. We saw Drew's coming. We didn't see this one coming, you guys. You know, they've been able to maintain their privacy and didn't put their shit out there. So everybody was kind of shocked when she filed for divorce. Michael Sterling put out a statement today saying that he is going to fight for his wife. He is going to fight for his marriage. He knows that the marriage is not over. They still love each other and that they are going to get over this hump together. So, I mean, that's good to know. I'm not sure if Eva feels the exact same way, but you know, at least we know that Michael, you know, he didn't really want this to happen and is going to fight to, you know, fight for the marriage. I don't know what their problems are. Like I said, they haven't said if it's financial. I don't think there's been any cheating allegations, but you know, I'm not sure if it's the distance, because doesn't she live in Texas and he's here? Or are they both in Texas? Has there been a strain on the marriage because they're there? But no, I think she's back here because she's doing that show. Queens, what is it called? Not Queen's Court. The Queens of, child, I don't know. But you know, she's doing that show on BET Plus, and I think that's filmed here. But yeah, I was actually kind of sad for them because I thought that they were a cute couple, and I always thought that they were happy. But it lets you know that you don't be knowing what the hell is going on behind closed doors. People have all kind of things going on. That's why it's never great to idolize relationships that you don't know other than what you see on social media. Okay? Because it'd be real shit happening in the background and you just don't know anything about it. So, you know, hopefully Eva, if it's worth it, and if, you know, some shit that we just can't come back from, you know, hopefully they can, because they have 2 kids together, plus her other child. So you guys know her oldest child was with Kevin McCall, Marley Ray. And then they have Michael Todd Sterling Jr. and Maverick Sterling. And they're little. They got little kids. So, yeah, I hate to see it happening, but, I mean, it happens, you know. We'll just have to sit it out and see if, you know, these 2 decide to make it work, or if it is indeed a wrap on that. As of now, though, Eva says she's done.
The streets that taught me, I'm just trying to get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8.
All right, Roxstars, I am back. You see the lighting is a little different. That's gonna get on my nerves. Should I do the video like this? Okay, we'll do the video like this. Just finished getting my nails done. I got a nice little pink color. All right, 3 stories left. And I'm gonna go get something to eat for dinner. In white folks news, y'all, Gwyneth Paltrow has been on this court case over a ski accident that happened back in 2016 that, I mean, I guess maybe I had heard about it back then, but if I did, I totally didn't remember it. You know, Gwyneth keeps out of the way and quiet for the most part. You know, she's not doing too much acting anymore. She's now a lifestyle specialist with her Goop. Is that the name of the website? I think it's Goop. You know, and all that she does over there. But yeah, my attention was caught from this case. Child, depending on who you ask, either Gwyneth Paltrow ran into a Mr. Barry Sanderson, or Barry Sanderson ran into Gwyneth Paltrow. That is the reason that they are in court. Let Mr. Sanderson let Mr. Sanderson say it. He was on the beginner slope at a Deer Valley, you know, up in Park City in Utah. They were at a luxury ski resort, and they both were on this beginner slope. And he says that next thing he knew, he had then got crashed into by Gwyneth Paltrow. They got all caught up with each other, and by the time they landed, she landed on top of him, and their skis was all intertwined. And apparently from this crash, he hit his head, he had a concussion, and he has 4 broke ribs. Now, that is some speed, even for a beginner slope, you know, for his ribs to get broken up. But I'm assuming also because you're in the snow, you're awkward with these skis, your body is probably twisting and turning and doing things that it normally wouldn't do just a regular fall. But yeah, he says that he has brain damage from that concussion and has racked up bills in excess of $300,000. Gwyneth Paltrow maintains that he actually ran into her. And, you know, pretty much a similar story. She looked around and he was on her back. They got all twisted and intertwined with each other, but she still landed on top of him. Now, they agree that she landed on, that she, you know, when it was all said and done, that she was on top of him. But she says that he ran into her. Now, they say that they have witnesses, and I'm telling you, I hate not having my lashes. And then this dark shit ain't helping. They say that there are witnesses that substantiate his claim, but there are also some things that we need to side-eye. Now, apparently, Mr. Sanderson's daughter was caught on video saying that there was GoPro evidence of exactly how it happened on the mountain. However, nobody's been able to turn up that GoPro evidence. And now she's saying that she wasn't saying that for sure. She was just assuming, because GoPro cameras are like a regular item on the mountain. When people are skiing, people wear their GoPros. So she said that she was just assuming that somebody got this all on GoPro. But it is quite interesting that the video hasn't turned up. The Gwyneth Paltrow's lawyers have been trying to get that video, and so far nothing. I believe the judge actually went into, you know, had them go into the emails, because there was a conversation that was had between Mr. Sanderson and some other people, and they were able to retrieve the emails. However, there's no video. Okay, so we don't know if there really was a video at one time that got destroyed or what, $300,000 in the grand scheme of things, I don't believe is going to break Gwyneth Paltrow by any means. So I think it's become a matter of principle, as well as, you know what, she doesn't want to pay $300,000 if she doesn't want to. I am also going to assume if that man was up on that mountain, at this luxury ski resort, he may himself also have money. So money might not even be the issue. It could be, but it might not be. So that's where they are with it. Child, that damn Gwyneth Paltrow looked like she is so over it. But she always looks like that. That was funny because they were talking about her kids, Apple and Moses. I remember when they both were born. Do you know them kids is like 19 and 17, I think they said, or somewhere in those ages? Boy, that time flies. That time flies, child. But Gwyneth Paltrow's lawyers say that Sanderson is an obsessed person who wants to exploit Gwyneth's celebrity and wealth. Okay. And in return, Sanderson's attorney says that she is a careless celebrity who hurt an old man and doesn't want to take responsibility. So there might be some ego in here. It might be, like I said, this all might just be on principle. All right. And, some people feeling like celebrities don't like to take accountability when they have been wronged. And then, of course, celebrities feeling like people think that I'm just a fucking open wallet. And just because you ran into me, that don't mean that I'm supposed to pay your damn bills. All right. So that's where they are with it. Case is still in court. And, I guess I'll probably do an update if y'all even care. Do you guys even care about that? I mean, I was just like, nobody's ever asked me anything about Gwyneth Paltrow. I was surprised, actually. So, yeah, but when I know more about it, y'all, I'll go on and let you know.
I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming because I'm never late.
Next story is sort of an update from last week. So remember last week I told you guys that Shirley Ralph was on Angela Yee's radio show, and she was talking about how she was sexually assaulted by a well-known TV judge who was on the same network as she was. I was thinking that she was on the show. No, they weren't on the show together. They worked at the same network, which meant that they were at the same studios at the same time. And that is how this whole thing happened. Okay. Remember, when she gave that account, she did not give a name. She made it clear that it wasn't Judge Mathis, and everybody else did a process of elimination, and they came up with Judge Joe Brown. Now, granted, I believe she said this was back in the 80s or 90s. I thought that, or maybe that was just what was going around. And if that's the case, Judge Joe Brown definitely, I don't think he was on the courts in the 80s. I don't remember any black judges back then. But yet and still, just her putting that story out, you guys know the blogs ran with it. Nobody actually came out and said, yes, it is Judge Joe Brown that she's speaking about, but people did a process of elimination, and they came up with Judge Joe Brown. Now, Judge Joe Brown has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, the things that he has said, his sentiments on certain topics, and so people were like, oh yeah, I'm sure it was him, but like I said, no name was ever said. But since the blogs were starting to post pictures of Joe Brown next to Shirley Ralph, people were assuming that she was talking about him. Well, now he has gone on a show. I'm sorry, I didn't say who the show was, but he was being interviewed, and he let the interviewer know that he is considering pressing charges because he doesn't appreciate people assuming that he is the person that did this. He maintains his innocence, says that he's always been a champion for women's rights, and, would not do this. And he's saying the fact that Shirley Ralph went on to this show, didn't give a name, but gave all of those other particulars when it came to, what happened. He said that she is now committing innuendo. People are assuming by what she said you know, that he is that person. That sun is going on down, you guys. My phone cut off because I have run out of storage. Just like I said, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get these pictures in, child. I got to really come up with a better solution than this. But anyway, he said that he's thinking about getting his legal team together and for them to actually sue for slander, because she is allowing people to just assume that it's him. That's just as bad as accusing him right out. And she hasn't done that. Now, I don't know how slander and defamation and how all of that works. My real rock star lawyers have told me in the past that defamation and slander is very hard to prove. And then there's also that instance where the person is actually telling the truth. Do you want to go after them legally when they can maybe prove that something like this did happen? So I guess that's why he's still considering pressing the charges. You guys, my memory is just like shot. So I'm gonna have to hurry up and get through these stories. So he is contemplating, and like I said, we'll see what happens. But people are saying that, you know, a hit dog will holler. I mean, and sometimes that's true, but that's not always true. Sometimes people feel the need to defend themselves because they have so many people coming at them saying that they did something that they did not do. And this is a serious allegation, you know, sexual assault, today's day and age. You do not want to be on the wrong side of history, and you don't want people to remember you as some old nasty ass old man that's going around and kissing women a la WhatsApp, grabbing them in the pussy. So yeah, I can see why he would want to clear his name, because social media is a place where things continue to flourish and they live on even beyond the truth sometimes. So that's where they are with that. I just wanted to update you guys. Yeah, Judge Joe Brown said, keep on trying them. Keep on trying them, and you're gonna find yourself on the receiving end of a damn lawsuit. So we'll see. You guys think that is Joe Brown? I kind of feel like it's not, but Shirley Ralph hasn't said anything whether it is or isn't. And because I think she just doesn't want, because she would have gave the name if she really wanted to get into it like that. She didn't on purpose, but it still has caused problems for her. So I wonder if she even regrets saying any of that, because like one of the rock stars said in my comments, if you're not going to get a name, why are you even giving the story? And then you telling people to, you know, don't do what I did, go on and tell, but you didn't tell. So, you know, there's that. But anyway, you guys, I got to move on because this phone ain't playing. It's about to shut it on down. So next story.
Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Dollar bill.
This one, I really hope I can get everything in, you guys. This is the craziest story. Pras. Mama named him Pras Michel. You guys, we knew him as Pras or Pras Michel from the Fugees. Okay, he was the third member. All right, and child, let me just read the damn notes that I got here. Now listen to this. He's in federal court in Washington, D.C. this week. Okay. He faces charges of conspiracy, witness tampering, and failure to register as an agent of China. I was like, what? Now, apparently there's a billionaire by the name of Zhou Lo, who stole Malaysia's sovereign wealth funds. He had this elaborate scheme, stole the money, billions of dollars. And Pras apparently received about 100 million of those dollars. And he was assigned the duty of trying to get the then president, which was President Barack Obama, to drop this federal investigation of Zhou Lo. And also to agree to the extrajudicial removal of a Chinese exile living in the U.S. Okay. So the prosecutors are saying that Pras was in the middle of two different sets of alleged crimes. First, an illegal plan to enlist people to attend a fundraising dinner for Barack Obama during the 2012 presidential campaign, reimburse them $40,000 apiece, using the foreign sources of money that he got from Lowe for the cost of the tickets, and then threatening some of the people if they came clean to the authorities. Okay. That's where I guess the harassment and the witness tampering came in. The second part of the plan was a secret lobbying campaign to help Lowe lean on White House officials when his fraud scheme unraveled. Okay. Pras says in court that he was relying on the advice of his lawyers at the time, and that he thought he was acting in the best interest of the United States. The United States is basically calling him a spy for China, treasonous type of activity. $100 million. Oh, that is quite a bit of money. Okay. This is a high profile case. We are expecting Leonardo DiCaprio to show up in court any day now. And that is because the Martin Scorsese movie that he was in back in, I think it was 2012, The Wolves of Wall Street, that movie was partially funded by money that was donated by Lowe. We are also expecting Rudy Giuliani to go to court, Steve Bannon, Steve Wynn, the casino owner in Vegas. You guys know the Wynn down there at the end of the strip. We're expecting all of these people. So this is people with a lot of money, or possibly a lot of power, or maybe a combination of the two, that are now facing these federal charges. What about, though, it being China? I was just like, Pras, now, we ain't got the best history with China. Well, I mean, China, I guess we cool. North Korea is the issue. But, yeah, it's just, I was looking at that, and I was like, now, how he got his ass wrapped up in that shit? Child? I mean, just a mess, right? Who knew? Did y'all know that Pras was out there moving like that? And then had the nerve to have my forever president wrapped up in the bullshit. Okay? I said, none of this better blow back on Barack Obama. That's all the fuck I know. None of it better blow back on him. And it probably isn't, because if it was, we'd have been heard about it by now. I had never heard about all of this going on, but I guess this has been in the works, and Pras has found himself in trouble. Child. Anyway, I got to get on off of here because my sun is going down, and it's getting dark, and my memory in the damn phone is jacked up, and yeah, y'all probably ain't gonna get no pictures. I probably just, y'all will see. Anyway, y'all let me know what you think about it. Did y'all know that Pras was out there moving foul like this? This nigga is a spy. All right, you guys, let me get on off of here. We do this every single week, so make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.